Nothing feels better than a well-executed plan. Here's the thing, you don't have one. You have no plan. You're showing up to the market every single day, just winging it. Or maybe you're joining a Discord community like mine and you're waiting for a call out. But when you actually open your broker, you have zero bias, inclination, thesis, opinion, or anything about what's going to happen. And if you're brand new to the markets, that's okay. It's okay to not be sure, but you need to try, right? You need an approach to the market. You need a plan. Trading is really, really hard. You just signed up for MyFundedFutures. You have all these aspirations of being a successful prop trader. And we want you to be successful too, but you're not going to be successful without a plan, guys. It doesn't matter, what coupon or discount you used, you're going to be reusing it unless you have a plan. So in this video, I'm going to show you my approach to forming a thesis on the day. Simple 1, 2, 3 step process. Does not have to be complicated, which is the best part. I think trading is very, very simple as a matter of fact. So I'm going to simplify it for you, show you how little time it actually takes to come up with a plan so that you can feel well armed to be a successful prop trader. For those of you new here, my name is Forrest. I have another YouTube channel where I talk all about trading. There's a link down below to that. And I'm here with MyFundedFutures to help you become the prop trader that you want to be. So let's go ahead and hop into the charts. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We have more videos coming out every week talking about the markets, setups, everything. Subscribe to this channel. You do not want to miss it. All right, so first let's all make sure we're on the same page. Turn off replay. What are we looking at here? This is TradingView. If you just signed up today, you're brand new to the market. TradingView is a charting tool. There's a free plan. Some of the things that I use are paid for, but you 100% can use TradingView for free and do your analysis. You do get charting and brokerage tools when you sign up for an account. So depending on the type of account you got, if it's a TradingView account, InterTrader account, there's all these different views where you can do this task of planning. Do not get caught up on this part of whether it's TradingView or elsewhere. If you want to follow along in this video, go ahead, open TradingView. You can replay back to this time, right? Friday, March 22nd, and practice formulating this thesis, or just do it on the current market, whatever time you're watching this video. So our goal is to come up with some possible trade ideas. That's all that we're going to do here. And why do we want to come up with some trade ideas? Because we want to make money, not because we want to be right. And this is really key. It's something I talk about all the time on my channel. I talk about it all the time in general. In every Discord that you see, the MyFundedFutures Discord, all the other Discords, you're going to see people who spend a lot of time talking about what they think and less time actually trading. The only thing that really matters in the markets is that you're right when you're in a trade. It's really, really key. It's really, really important. And what formulating a thesis is going to allow us to do is we can have multiple options, multiple trade ideas on a day. You can have a bias and think that this is trade A and this is trade B. And if trade A doesn't work out, you can just do trade B and you'll still make money. That's the key here. That's the goal. We want to come up with trade ideas because we want to make money, not because we want to be right. And that's important because you're going to be wrong. Especially if you're a new trader, you're going to be wrong a lot. And there's some things that we can do when we're wrong so that we can become right and make money. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, on the right side of my screen, I have the volume profile. We've done a few live sessions, education sessions here with MyFundedFutures talking about the volume profile. Really quickly, if this is your first time seeing it, let's just break down what we're looking at here. So this is a representation of volume at prices, just like the bottom here is volume at time. So what's the difference here? Well, if we use this bar, for example, we'll do option V. This is Thursday. This is the daily chart on ES, by the way. Thursday, March 14th. We can see that we had this much volume on this day. Well, a different question is not how much volume happened on Thursday, but how much volume happened at 5,200. And if I go over to 5,200 and I do an intersection like this, another option H. So the intersection of these two lines shows me volume at 5,200 on Thursday. I could say, what was the intersection of volume at 5,200 on a different day? So time and at price is really, really important as we're formulating a thesis. So that's the volume profile in about a minute. I'm a very technical trader, so I care a lot about trend lines. So let's try and draw some lines here. I'm just going to find a top wick and we can see that there's a nice little trend line there. Let's change the color to a nice little fancy blue. Love that. So that's a top trend line. We can see that it's been respected one. Oh, it might even go further back. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a great, amazing line. And it might even go further back, but we'll keep it there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really in the past. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches here in the present. That's enough for it to be strong enough. We don't need to go too much further back. And let's find some bottom trend lines. So we can see that there's one here, and we can see that there is another one here. And we don't want to get too crazy with it. We don't want to get too messy. We'll get rid of this line here. Keep it clean. There is a shelf here. There's a shelf on the volume profile where there's a pretty significant change in volume, like right here. And we can see that the shelf lines up with this local high. So what I want to do is I'm going to do right at the top of this local high, I'll do an option J. It'll project a line. And I just want to note it. And this is confluence, local high, and volume profile shelf. I'm going to consider this an area. This is a price area. Why do I consider it a price area and not a line in the sand, even though I drew a line? Is because you can see that this is above this shelf. There's 2 other local highs right below this. So in this area, I would look for a long. So that's my first trade idea. Trade idea 1. You notice I'm not even looking at the price up here, right? It's kind of irrelevant. Trade idea 1, long out of this area. That's my first trade idea. So let's actually look at the market where it is now. We have a top wick coming off of this trend line. So let's compare this top wick with its volume at this price to other top wicks with their volumes at their prices. So this top wick is at all-time highs. There's not too much volume here, which is important. In terms of the auction, there has not been a ton of participation at this price, which is different than if we go back to, prices way down here. Everybody's played around at this price. We've all decided how we feel about these prices. We have not spent much time deciding how we feel about these prices. That's all that it means. So we compare this top wick to this top wick. Much bigger wick. So the ratio of the wick to the candle is quite different there. This is a true shooting star. This not so much. The wick and the candle body are about the same. Bigger range, much bigger candle in general. And we can see that there's a lot of consolidation here in the volume profile. But also if we just look around, right, this candle embodies this candle embodies this candle, this candle embodies this candle, this candle embodies this candle, this candle embodies this candle. Makes sense because we have a ton of volume on the volume profile there. I'm saying it like it's simple, but it's hard for people to see if you don't explain it like that. Cool. There's another top wick. So this one looks very similar to this one. So this one, it rejected, came down just a little bit. It was a lower volume candle. If we look at the volume at the time down here, this top wick rejection while shooting star was lower volume than this full body green. So that's the most similar that I can see here. So up here, we have a lower volume. It's not exactly the same, but it still is technically lower volume than the previous green, strong full body green candle, and it rejected. So the last time that we did this, on ES at least, we came down to what looks like this middle trend line just about, if we projected it backwards. I know it's not perfect, but we'll clean it up. We'll clean it up for the old YouTubies. We came down to this area. You can see that there's a dip in the volume profile here. Go figure. A low value node in the auction is where it bounced. So if we keep it super, super simple and assume the market's going to do what it did, I would expect, based off of the information that I have, that we could come up, do this price action, and retest the high, which would look like something like this. Now, the question is, where would we bounce up here? There's a lot of space here. There's a ton of space here, as a matter of fact. And what's cool about this space being here is that we'll know very, very quickly if we're going to bounce. And it actually doesn't really matter, because my second trade idea is going to be a short off the top trend line. My third trade idea is going to be a long off lower trend line. And these are in order of what I think is likely to happen as well, by the way. And I say that because I want to actually give some bias. I want to give you some bias so that I can be right or wrong, and we can figure out together if it matters. Because what's cool about this is if this is trade idea 1, this is trade idea 2, and my plan, I'm filming this, it's on Saturday. The market's going to open on Monday. It's really going to open on Sunday, 6 p.m. for futures. If these are my only trade ideas, it does not matter if I'm wrong about direction, because what's going to happen overnight is we'll probably chop a little bit. The highest probability trades are going to be based off of macro. This is the daily time frame. So I'm going to feel really good about a long coming out of this area. I'm going to feel really good about a long coming out of this area. And I'm going to feel really good coming out about a short out of this area. So if I come into the market and I say, hey guys, I think that we are going to replicate this price action back here. I think we're going to come down and do this. I think we're going to come down and do this. But it doesn't happen. Instead, they sell off. Oh, crap. I'm completely wrong. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just close the broker and give up. No, I already have a trade idea right here. Trade idea is right here. It's on the charts. I'll just take this long. And the reason that works, the reason why I won't freak out instead of feeling defeated because my first trade didn't work, is because I have a plan. I have a plan. And it's not just arbitrary. The funny thing about trading is the market can only go up or down, and we overcomplicate it. We get so tied into timing and all of these things. What's cool about the volume profile and trend lines and things is that we can get a general idea about where people want to participate and where they don't. We can create support and resistance, if that's what you want to call it, using confluences of these things. We add in VWAP and all these other concepts that I talk about on the lower time frames. If I get a POC, point of control, rejection, volume profile that lines up with this line on a lower time frame, you can bet I'm gonna look at that confluence. I haven't even looked at the lowers yet because I really want to focus here on creating a trading plan. So these are going to be my areas. This top one, I haven't even put a price here because I would just wait, and honestly, wherever it touches this trend line is where I take the short. But that is how you have a trade plan. And you do this every single day before the market opens. Because when the market opens, you know what's going to happen is all these people with random names on Discords who you have no idea about their profitability, experience, seasonality, any of that, are going to be telling you things as if they're fact. And it's going to be a constant stream of these facts coming at you. And what you need to do is when Bob247 says, well, I think we're gonna go down to, you know, this price right here. And you look at your chart and you're like, why would we come to this price? Like, what is that 52.17? There's nothing there. And you can discard what Bob217 says. Or if Timothy 8700, I'm just making things up, thinks we're gonna go like this. And I'm like, well, we need to respect the trend line. Like, maybe Timothy's right, but you know there's a trend line here, so that's not part of your plan. You need to be able to ignore Timothy because he's just throwing theses out there without showing any of the thoughts behind it. As simple as it might be. This is not complicated. I literally just drew some lines, looked at the volume profile, and came up with a plan like that. And that's as simple as it is. If we want to get more advanced, that's where we zoom in. We say, all right, go from the 1 day, we'll go to the 4 hour. We'll zoom in here. Let's see what's happening on the lowers. We can add our session volume profile, see if we have any confluence there. This is that local high again. Not much there. Obviously, this was that FOMC buy up. So this is just a big gap, right? This could honestly just come through here just based off of things we've seen before. It makes sense that they would come down and retest this or even come back to this opening candle. This is a naked POC right here. So this long that I drew on the higher could honestly come back to this, reclaiming this data candle on the downside. Very well could. And then we could continue to do this on the even lower time frames. Look at the 15-minute, see if there's any more information here that we want to deal with. But that's how I do my plan. Higher, lower, lower, lower. We could even go all the way up to the weekly. I didn't start on the weekly, but we very well could. And this is going to allow you to be more patient and again, filter through that noise. So that's all a trading plan is, guys. It's literally just doing macro analysis, but putting your trade ideas on the chart. I think that's key here, and having multiple ones. Having multiple trade ideas is what I call having a plan on the day. The problem with having one trade idea on the day, if you say, I'm only going to do longs today, which isn't inherently bad. There are people who trade like that. The problem is, and I mentioned this earlier, is you can be wrong about direction and right about order of magnitude. And this will happen a lot. So you might think, oh, we're going to get a equal leg continuation up, 70 point. I think we're just going to do another leg higher, 70 points. And then it goes down, and it goes down exactly 70 points. So having these biases, one of the things you'll notice about kind of the way the charts end up, especially technically, is that your upside and your downside either are the same leg length or are multiples of each other. I haven't drawn any fibs here. You could play around with the fib tool. It really doesn't matter. Just keep it simple and look for confluence. That's the most important thing. Anything that doesn't line up, just immediately get rid of it. You're looking for confluence. The market's really simple. It's going to respect these things where there's 2, 3, 4 lines overlapping, and it's going to give you a trade. Hopefully this was helpful. Please trade with a plan. We want you to pass your accounts. We want you to get those payouts. That's why we're here. It's good for you. It's good for us. It's good for everybody. So take the time to be a good trader. Definitely join our Discord. We have education sessions with not just myself, but there are other traders that we pull in and do those sessions as well. And the team here at MyFundedFutures is always posting tips and tricks just to give you more insight into how to be a better trader. So it's just a great resource. I highly encourage you to join. And I pop in there every once in a blue moon as well. But I have my own Discord that I'm running on a daily basis as well, which you're welcome to join, of course. In any case, see you later. See you in the next video. Subscribe to this video. Hit the notification bell. Send it to your friends. See ya.